Hello. Hello. Maybe I should start with some memes or as fast memes. I have nothing prepared, but I like Team Secret. Every single hero they have team fight. Like every single hero has a team fight ability. I don't think they have the real answer for like all of those. It's just like damage output could be a bit tricky for Neon. Owen?
Yeah, I've got to agree. You know, this time around, I think Neon's lineup is it's going to be very difficult to execute. But I feel like there's got to be some belief that if in this state where you're one game away from getting sent home, you pick up the core gyro, you must have something genius, you know, strategized around it. Because this is a very hard hero to play in the position that Scam's going to be playing it. So we'll see if they've got some magic up their sleeves. Thank you very much. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, game 2 of Secret versus OB Neon. And let's see what OB Neon have got in store with us. With a draft that at sort of face value just looks very, very sort of difficult to play and definitely going the way of some heroes that just aren't popular right now, especially in the positions that they're going to be showing them. Scam on the safe lane gyro. Let's see if he can do it.
Gyro without any steroids, no IO, no Aghanim Scepter, no Alacrity, nothing. So not a big fan of this hero. In a carry position, as a 5, possibly as a mid lane, magical, it can work. So Yopaj, they also picked Batrider into Queen of Pain. Like I thought they might switch the lanes up a bit. So Queen of Pain, she's ready. She has a magic stick. You've ever felt threatened by 4 or 5 sticking up palm charges, you just blink away. Die on the bottom lane so far, being alone. Oh, look at this build on Puppy. Casual, ring of protection, fairy fire, and 2 branches.
All right, so an early bit of tank. Let's have a look. See how much you can get out of this trial and how much pressure this is going to put Scam on the early levels. Do bring play hard up her as well, so Neon matching the numbers that Secret's bringing up top.
That's one of the best, if not the best, tri-laner in the game. Like you stack team, it's just so much damage coming out. They also did not block the big camp.
It's trapped. Caught in the trees there, play on.
He tried. And now we're stuck with the snowball level 1. So Team Secret should try to abuse that. They also did not block the big camps. They can pull that, push the lane, pull it back. They also have Fisher to block people off. Like this top lane should be really, really good for Team Secret.
Neon's got to be ever so careful with their positioning. These get separated from the rest.
Mid lane, swap.
He's going for it. He's got it.
Fairy.
Maybe the fairy fire? Just enough with the tangos to keep Yopaj alive. Also got coming out. Did have a Sal coming out as well in the courier. So we'll be able to stick in lane, but it's getting very low on the mana here, Yopaj. We have too much more to spam out against Nisha.
The laning stage for Batrider got nerfed hard. Like he's out of mana, as you mentioned, needs to bring ton of regen. Like this is, I think the mid lane could potentially be a disaster for Yopaj, considering how it went. Nisha almost got a kill. He has this mana coming up from the magic stick, so he can keep harassing. Doesn't have even a point in the blink at the moment, because he just wants to put some more pressure.
This isn't gonna get easier for Yopaj anytime sooner. Does have a Mango coming out. It's given some potential to hit back at Nisha, but as we're seeing already, Nisha just doesn't care about the bat in the laning state at all.
Doyer's courier's been rather thoroughly killed.
So far away from bottle.
Yeah.
Just brought some tangos and the mango. Like even if he pops the mango, he still does not have enough to use flame break and the sticking up palm. It's just too much mana. So Nisha dominating this lane, 11-7 at the moment. Uses another Shadow Strike. Yeah, it's a really hard lane for a Batrider. Like, he needs a region rune. He needs to find the region rune to come back into this game.
Yeah, they've got to come over at 4 minutes in to help Yopaj out. No doubt about it. It's on the top lane. See Matsu continue to have the edge in farm. A lot easier for him to pick it up.
Okay, this is how you help him. Januel, deeping mid, use a healing salve on him. Like, mid lane's not going well. Problem is, this hero doesn't really farm that fast. He doesn't have that much damage in the lane. You need to use the sticky napalm charges to get the last hits. Nisha gets a deny. We still have a question mark for some reason. I thought it was for April Fools only.
I mean, maybe April Fools is never ending. Bottom lane, Death. A run down Zai. Zai's going to be alright. So far in this bottom lane, of course, the 2 heroes left to their devices. We've got 20 for 5 against the 19 for 2. A little bit of a lead in the 1v1. Both laners won't be rather happy with the amount of solo speed that they are.
Januel coming mid, the dispel of the Shadow Strike. This is the second time you came mid. That's when you know things are not really going well.
Yopaj has finally got the bottle coming out though. Regen on the horizon for him.
Damage has been done. 25-15 on Queen of Pain.
That's right. And this was, of course, this was something that they picked into.
They picked into, yeah. They knew the matchup.
Yeah. But no surprises to be had. I mean, maybe they were like, well, I mean, I don't know if they would have thought that there was a potential for like the Quap to be some support Quap and DP to be mid, but I would think not. You know, that's very unlikely. They must have known that she would have been mid on the Queen of Pain.
Nisha has more denies than the enemy carry has CS.
Only just something extra for the effort.
Definitely a rough start here for Obi Neon. Top. Matu is complete free farm. It's one of those situations where you do have this Tusk in a tri-lane, but not really able to do too much with that. They can't fight into this aggro tri-lane of Secret.
Rotation to the bottom, Yaps or TPs, he gets the proc. Fisher should be enough to get a kill.
Radiant's bottom tower be under attack.
Death. Let's try and turn the Fairy Fire.
They need to share the damage from Edict. Okay.
Close, but Zai is able to win out, get the kill and survive. Yeah, Yopaj is able to turn to the jungle, but Nisha going to be stepping up each time to see if he ever catches Yopaj close to the wave.
Snowball. Oh, what a connect from Zai.
With the Rolling Thunder, Zai able to play back in as low as he is. To 0-2k lead already. This is looking rough for Obi Neon.
It's rough. You also have a carry gyro. You have a Batrider who's not really having a good time on the mid lane. Nisha going in. Not gonna commit. He had Arcane in the bottle, did the math. He's like, Sonic Wave's not enough to take him down.
Taking fire.
If it was you, you'd probably just pop it, right? You're like 6 times 3 minus 4 equals a kill on a Batrider. Yeah.
Maybe he accidentally cancels the TP.
Yeah, maybe they added something that stops the TP. And I didn't read the patch notes. Top lane.
Oh no, Scam. They're running him down. They've got the burst. Sonic Wave's out. Scam's out. Quick kill for Nisha as he's ready to use this fantastic amount of farm levels that he's been picked up in that free farm mid.
Yeah, level 7 Arcane Rune TP, so he's gonna have another ulti in 70 seconds. I don't know how Batrider like comes back into the game. They need to make some stacks from there. There are stacks.
You're gonna have to set up again, Zai. Yapster and Puppey, they're chasing down Death. There's no help for Death at all. As Death will slowly but surely be taken down. We'll be able to bring down Yapster.
Oh, you can get Puppey as well.
So I think you get them. They're actually going to be able to find the 3 of them in return. So they'll take that one. Obi Neon, 3 for 1, absolutely.
Well, not too bad of a trade.
Yeah.
Like that Edict, it's maxed out, a lot of overtime damage. Scam TPs to the bottom lane, they don't have too much damage and there's no Leshrac around, but he will, you know, deal some.
Radiant's bottom tower be under attack.
Especially if they're able to bring in like the Oracle in time, keep Lesh alive. And we'll be able to close that gap as
Invisibility.
Be able to grab that rune, Yopaj, and play hard.
Oh boy.
Control of it.
Radiant's bottom tower be under attack. Radiant's bottom tower
Pressure
be
the
down.
Lash is too much for the bottom tower. Death able to take the tier 1 at a very good time here. 8 minutes in. Zai, he's moved up to the top.
He's ready to go.
Looking for an easier kill, looking for John Well.
Radiant's bottom tower will be
Thunder
under
in,
attack.
and the follow-up from Matsu and Yamsel. No help for the Oracle. Secret.
Dyer's top
They've lost the tier 1 tower. Bottom, they're going to try and push up the tier 1
Radiant's
top.
middle tower be under
making
attack.
moves over to the mid.
Forcing
Radiant
left, out of Team
structures
Secret.
be fortified.
So they're not going to have that for a long time. Batrider in the jungle, trying to recover. They made a couple of stacks for
Radiant's
it.
middle
Work towards
tower
that
be
boost
under
travel.
attack.
There's a big difference already. 1k
Dyer's
gold
top
lead
tower
for
be
Queen of
under
Pain.
attack.
Going into Orchid. It was such a good Queen of Pain pick here, because you don't care, they don't have enough lockdown, you don't care about task rotations, you can blink over the shards, you dominate the lane. They pick Batrider into Queen of Pain, which is pretty
Dyer's
bad,
top
and now
tower be under
Queen of
attack.
Pain can cut into back lines, find Oracle, especially with the
Dyer's
Orchid
top
done.
tower has fallen.
It's mid. Trying to poke at Death, but Death's got John Well and Play Hard right behind him. Death, in fact, he's just running up to the high ground aggressively. He wants to get in on the action. Extra TP's coming in for Secret. Death goes up pretty far, and he'll be fine. Feeling very confident in the backup of his Oracle to remove any sort of debuffs that the Secret do throw out at him. It's making space for Scam down bottom. So we see Scam with a build, going straight for the Axe.
It's a greedy build, of course, but it pays off if you manage to farm it out. Royal Jelly and the chip was found.
See over in the river.
A tithe
To
to
the
the
high ground with the snowball. Play Hard, trying to get in on the front lines of it all, but
Radiant's
Nisha and
middle
Zai, they're able to
tower
turn it.
be
Play
under
Hard will die
attack.
for this.
Excellent.
They didn't even use the Rolling Thunder. He should also have a really good time on a Pangolier. The only pretty much ability you need to care about is like Flaming Lasso once he gets the Ether Lance. Other than that, you're fine. But it's gonna take time until he gets it, because I see what Batrider has queued up. Blink Dagger after finishing bots into BKB, 4 staff, and then he goes for Lance. Might change things around if Pangolier causes a lot of issues.
Don't worry.
Yopaj
I
on the
might
hunt
be
for
able
the
to stop you
limits of a
if
Man
you
Monkey
go
King.
into roll.
Walking into Yamsor and Zyno instead. Now Nisha jumping over from the side. We had to push back Yopaj from the Sonic Wave.
middle tower
Rest of Neon trying to make their way over here. Yopaj could he juke his way out of this? He can't. The Swashbuckle finishes him off. Dead. See if he can find some trades. Chasing down Yamsor with the Diabolic Edict. They'll get one and return it over to the side. The homing missile. Soapy Neon. They'll take 2 for the loss of their bat. And again, they'll be happy with this. Each time that Opie Neon's able to find the favorable trades and numbers.
Poppy, he stole the bottle.
No, he didn't.
He did. There we go. Oh my god. 650 gold down the
What was he
drain.
doing there?
I don't know.
Radiant's middle
someone
tower
put it.
be
I don't know
under
what's
attack.
going on. Like, I was not checking the tower.
Oh,
And
no.
like, whoa, is there a bottle?
The bottle. All right. Okay, so a little bit of a gold swing there.
Dyer's top tower be
Oh,
under
he's
attack.
keeping it. I want to see like if he gives it. He's also gonna like Zai's gonna
He's got
TP to
16
refill
bottles.
the stolen bottle.
Oh my goodness, who's in the bottle? How long was that on the floor for?
Oh, when you're asking too many questions.
So,
You know.
hey, I mean, because they weren't
They
even near there. They were charging up all onto the triangle of Secret, and then yeah, zip
But
up.
they were baiting. Like they were baiting with the bottle.
Wow.
Didn't really pay off.
A free bottle for Puppy. I've never seen that before.
My
He should probably give it to
travel
Earthshaker, you know, because
faster.
Earthshaker consumes a lot of mana.
I
But
feel, well, we'll get to see it. I mean, it's just, but there's no one near it.
Yeah,
Who left
that's-
the bottle on the floor? What it must have been, right? It must have been like the refill thing.
And
They were
they
coming in, they pass over the bottle.
Oh,
They
look
think
at
they
that
passed over the
smile.
bottle, but they didn't pass it over successfully. They just dragged it onto the ground, and obviously none of them realized because they were
Yeah.
making that quick move to try and get over and fight in the triangle.
I like the smile in Absol's face. He's like, yeah, man, Poppy picked up the bottle, and then like realization that he's not gonna get it, that Poppy's gonna keep it for himself.
In that bottle. He really is. Mid lane, Echo Snap drops down there. He's going to be saved though. Farmwell comes in with a false promise. Death will live for now. Nisha's still seeing if maybe there's an opportunity to dive in on this Zai. Might go in from the side here. Open up with the Rolling Thunder, jump forward. Nisha, 2 of them with the Sonic Wave, and that's going to be drag back with the lasso, and they try to remove Nisha in time they can.
You need to be careful. As a Queen of Pain, he's trying to TP out. It's gonna be a TP cancel. Not too bad of a trade, you know. Team Secret, they handled a couple of the kills.
I mean, yeah, we've seen this quite a few times in this game. Secret getting aggressive and actually ending up losing more than they're getting out of the trades. Of course, it's all creating space from Tumberman. Tumberman pretty much with the Battle Fury complete. Gonna see if they can try and chase down Scam here. Quite the angle for Yap sort of cut him off with a Fisher.
Puppey holding on to that bottle like my precious. He is enjoying the mana region coming out from it, even though it's empty.
Radiant's middle tower has
Is he trying
fallen.
to give it to him? Because he's been following Yapsor.
No, he's just
trolling.
He's like, hey, Yap, want this bottle? Sucker.
I've been having too good of a time in this game. I forgot to actually, keep an eye on what's happening.
I mean, maybe that's the strat for
Dyer's
they've
middle
given the ball to
tower
Puppey and
taking fire. Radiant's
trying to make him lose focus. They get a little too comfortable.
Under attack.
Matu finishing the Battle Fury, going into Aghanim Scepter. Pretty standard stuff, I would say, these days on a Monkey King. Like, it's super greedy, but it's a ton of damage as well. Gives you a team fight. That on the bottom, standing near the tree with the Edict. He's going to be able to take down this tier 2 tower.
He is.
Radiant's bottom tower has been denied.
Something to be said there, but instead of just losing their tier 2s this early, it's going to set up for OP Neon to start taking over some control of Secret's jungle. That outpost. Keeping it close, and Skem's farm's looking good.
He has Aghanim Scepter done, so that's going to increase his farm once he gets that.
Dyer's middle tower.
This is the first time I see Pango without Orb of Corrosion.
This jumps off very nicely set up by player. Closes the gap. Yopaj with a full-on lockdown.
Excellent. That's just bounce.
Second death on Nisha, sort of back-to-back here. Nisha, a few times now getting caught by OP Neon. Just having that setup, just blink, being on cooldown. It's the opportunity for player to close the gap, and Yopaj has got enough lockdown.
Yeah, I've said it. No corrosion on Pangolier. I don't think in this patch I've seen anyone play Pangolier without it. It's just too good of an item. Zai wants to get a Blink Dagger to be able to jump the back lines, possibly disrupt any snowball saves or the saves coming up from the Oracle. Dead. Catching Puppey.
He's getting revenge for that ball. He's not happy with Puppey taking that away. 9-9, 1k lead for OB Neon. OB Neon are really fixing it. If you consider how some of the lanes were going for OB Neon at the start, they fixed that completely.
Yeah, they managed to make a comeback. Yeah. Queen of Pain, those two deaths are really costly. Still don't have a defensive tool. Yapsor, no Blink Dagger yet.
Radiant's top tower be under attack.
Playing a lot safer now. Looking aggressively on that. Yapsor's going to get left behind. OB Neon. The kill for them.
Roasted, toasted, and
Yopaj
to a crit.
He's recovering. He's recovering
really
nicely.
I mean, you can see maybe sort of the plan was to pick this sort of hero that, then you, regardless of what you pick against a Quap, the lane's going to be rough because of the dagger spam. If you can pick a hero that you know that you can catch your game back up using the jungle, making the moves, then it doesn't matter if you have such a rough time in that 1v1. And Yopaj just showing to pick it up perfectly after having to play that tough match.
He's level 14, Queen of Pain is level 11.
Yeah, he's destroying it. The initiation. Didn't set up onto Zai. One turn onto Death. Wukong to mark down from the two man. Solid wait for Zai. Nisha will be able to catch both John well and Death as they take down the two of them. This time round, Secret back on top of the trades, but maybe the fight's not finished yet. It's already Neon. They can find more inside of the triangle.
It's still that Monkey is still king of this game. Once he gets that Aghanim Scepter, he's super tanky. He brings them so much team fight with the Wukong's command. The Batrider can only use Lasso on one person, and Team Secret, they still have a ton of team fight left.
Dyer's top tower be
they
under
also
attack.
have anti-combo. You have Rolling Thunder. You can bounce people from the Wukong's command with the Sonic Wave. You can disrupt Rolling Thunder with the Fisher. There are so many things that could potentially go wrong.
Yeah, there's going to be people being thrown all over the place. Fights. Workers, not necessarily a benefit all the time for Secret. So be Neon. They're already making the moves up top. Nisha. But be careful, they do spawn entering this area of the jungle with that ward. We're just in time. Precious to come in from Death. They're just charging in on them. Nisha just standing far too close as Nisha's gone. And the rest of Secret, they've got to run. Yopaj chasing down Puppey. Up to the tier 2 tower. As it
Dogfisher is enough to keep him safe there,
Radiant's
but
top
does not
tower
manage to get
Let
out.
us
Also gets
fight.
stunned by a Leshrac and gets bursted down.
I feel like we're seeing this in kind of both the games, even though they did get the winning game one, where Nisha, it feels like he's just not giving us the level that we're expecting from him. Having a bit of a rough one.
Yeah, usually Nisha is the one who's in control, you know, making all the movements around the map. They will have 2 Blink Daggers, one down on Pangolier right now, one down on Earthshaker. He also found the village,
Radiant's middle tower
getting
be
that
under
Blink
attack.
Dagger. No Echo for 30 seconds, but should be up online for the next fight. They're making so many stacks on side of OB Neon.
Yeah, they're getting so much farm on their heroes. I mean, Yopaj and Scam. The BKB on Scam, once the BKB's done on Yopaj, you know, they're just able to get in on this, and Secret aren't going to be able to do much at all to hold them off, and it's going to be a bit of time before Matu's built up the sort of physical damage that's going to threaten these heroes through the BKB. As until that point, Scam and Yopaj, they're just going to be able to charge down some of these squishy heroes. Nisha, he's got to be so careful every single fight. One stun, and he's going to get taken down each time.
He got slowed down so much. Like, it was a good timing on Orchid. He was dumpstering the laning stage, and now he's so far away from a BKB. He needs that BKB. They still have like 2 abilities that go through Magic Immunity that can stun him, you know, Walrus Punch and the Lasso. There's also Edict on top of that for some extra damage. So they need to be careful. 4k gold lead for OB Neon, down to 3. So that means it's 3.
Oh, at this rate, they'll soon be back up to 4, and there, yeah, you know, it's getting more and more. In these moments of the game, Secret, they're just not farming at the same pace that OB Neon is. Mid lane.
This Leshrac feels super tanky and a lot of synergy with the Guardian Greaves and Oracle ulti. Puppy drops the ult.
They're going to try and go in on the side, actually not able to catch them for the rolling thunder. They do lay down the power strike, just getting burst slow. They'll be able to take out the Lesh on the front lines. Now they turn over towards the Oracle. Snowball coming in towards Zion. The Wukong's come on the player. Over the end, there's onto the 2 of them. On the touch, onto the Jarvan. His BKB's out. He's ready to fight back. The BKB, Matches go for the GPR. What are they going to get? It's 3 dead on Secret.
Almost 4 dead. Like, that was a clutch. Rolling Thunder from Zai, controlling Januel in the backline, so he can't use his ulti on the Leshrac, but then they're like, yeah, we don't need that. You know, we're gonna just use it on someone else who gets caught right after. It's just so much damage. Looked like a good Echo Slam, but they were already at like half HP, needed to pull back. But Tumbaman this time around on Monkey King, like, he does not want to mess around. He understands like that there's so much magical damage coming out from their heroes. I need that BKB.
Yeah, this Jara is just too strong right now in these fights. They've got to run every time that Scam turns and fights. You see here, yeah, Secret started to really try and push on. Looks to be a solid start, taking out the Lesh and getting that jump. False promises there, Scam wants the BKB, and at that point, Secret, they've already thrown out everything that they had in attack. They have to run Matu. Very lucky to get away with his life as he nearly gets taken down as well by Scam. Now, off the back of that fight, they're moving into the pit. Secret, they're not going to be able to make the jump in time.
That's just too much damage. They have a tag team. Things out. He doesn't even have a lasso.
And he knows that Puppy split from the team. Puppy trying to hide in the trees, but Yopaj, he's hunting, and he's found him. As Puppy, there'll be no escape for him. As OB Neon close across, and they'll take him down. Top of getting the Roche and an Aegis here for Scam. And another kill. 6k lead now for OB Neon, as Secret just continue to fall further and further behind.
Leshrac is becoming so tanky. Guardian Greaves going into Eternal Shroud. It's like he's not playing Leshrac, you know what I mean? It's just like these items feel good still on the hero, and they need him this time around to be a bit more tanky, but it's more of a, like, I'm gonna be Underlord.
Yeah, I mean, it's showing one of the excellent strengths of OB Neon that heroes like this Lesh, they can pretty much put it in any 3 of their positions. You never quite know where it's going to go or how it's going to be played.
Just getting caught.
They're just catching them each and every time. Over towards the mid, Nisha's got to run. Pressure's going to come in on top. Death's going to have another round of double. Edict in a minute.
Well, maybe it's time for Puppy to start thinking about returning that bottle. Like, it's hurt. Like, after he picked it up, everything went downhill for Team Secret.
I mean, we don't know what's in the bottle, you know. Maybe it's a little too strong. Yeah, they're losing it a little bit here.
Radiant's
Secret
top tower be under attack.
having a great
Radiant
stretch. They're taking these tier 2s.
For now.
A bottle of poison.
Radiant's top tower.
He's trying to push out. It's easy kills. Yopaj.
Radiant's
He's just got the
top
number
tower
every
be
time.
under
You
attack.
can't show lanes against this Batrider.
He has boots to travel. They still have a tier 1 tower. Like, Batrider is a really good hero against the Monkey King. Secret, TPing, play hard. He just plays south.
And it's just, you know, this sort of game, it just
Radiant's
really
top tower
shows
be under
how
attack.
strong of a player someone like Yopaj is. He doesn't care about the matchup. He'll just pick his bat. Doesn't matter what it's against.
Radiant's
That's
top
nice.
tower
He
be
doesn't
under
care.
attack.
The lane's tough. He
Gormless
brings it back.
swabbies.
And now at this point, just having so
Radiant's
much
top
more
tower.
impact than Niche is able to do with the Queen of Pain.
Radiant's top barracks be under attack.
They're taking the rocks. 24 minutes in. Opening up to the high ground. What if Secret got to stop them?
They're just taking the barracks. Night King
can't-
gold
they can't
lead.
defend.
They have Aegis,
Radiant's
SNY
top
Diamond,
rise
Gyrocopter.
are
They can just go in on a mid lane. Connect with the creeps.
We three things.
Phenomenal stuff here from OB Neon. 18 to 13, 11k lead, a set of racks. What can Secret do? They've nearly got the BKB on Matumba Man, but even now at that point, he may be able to live with the BKB, but the question is whether the damage is going to be enough to actually bring down OB Neon's heroes.
They still have that Aegis for another minute and 50 seconds. They should try to go and threaten the second tier 3 tower, possibly barracks as well.
Smoke up from OB Neon. Ready to try and catch Secret by surprise if Secret do try and make a jump outside of the base. Scam heads in, ready to bait the action with that Aegis. See what Secret can do. They weren't able to pull off anything at the top lane in terms of the defense. See if anything's going to be different this time around the mid. Down for a minute. One buyback. But Trumperman's gone. Zai as well. Nisha is going to blink out. It's too close.
This might be it.
I think it might be.
They don't have a Sonic Wave. Everyone's pretty much full HP, full mana. Gyro, he wants to die. Like, he's like, I don't give a damn. You know, I still have 40 seconds left on that Aegis.
Oh, bugger.
It's just nothing that Secret can do.
Radiant lost our middle racks. Look at that.
Having a
Radiant lost their middle racks.
They're tapping out. It's too much for Secret as game 2 is going to go the way of OB Neon.
Radiant's top tower
You
be
have
under
to
attack.
give them credit for the way that they did this. Players in positions, heroes in positions that you don't expect, or at least you do not expect to be strong. You know, this gyro, and the mid back.